Let's make it a good day.
You're a tiger.
Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that.
Now, here's Jason.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Jason Show. It is Wednesday. Let me just cut to this real quick. What was that? What did we just see? That was a chicken star. Oh, photographer Eric. Oh. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Here's the deal. One of the great joys of doing the show is having a studio audience. And, yeah. One of the nightmares of doing this show is when we have an audience that's quiet, so much so that you can hear mice having sex. I am here to tell you, today isn't one of those audiences. They are. Let me just tell you a little thing. So the audience comes into our little waiting room, and they're usually subdued in the waiting room because all they're looking at is a monitor and the security guard. And no offense to the security guard, but you know, so they're usually sitting there, so they're pretty quiet. Leslee Miller, who's on the show today, by the way, our Wine Diva Leslee Miller. Leslee Miller walks into the lobby, okay, which she does weekly. She walks into the lobby, and this is the reaction of the audience. like, and no offense to the Wine Diva, but it was like she was Paul McCartney walking in. So what I'm trying to tell you, friends, it's gonna be a great show. Let's get started. Kendall. Give it up for Kendall, everybody. Say hi to Kendall.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
I'm still laughing over the fact that you thought Leslee Miller's beautiful orange display over there were pumpkins.
Yeah, okay, let me explain because for people that didn't see that tease, I do a tease for the show, in the show before ours. Anyway, I'll spare you the details. And I was teasing Leslee Miller's segment. I was ad-libbing, and I look over, and look, I do have glasses, but I don't know. Anyway, and she's doing orange wine, and I thought, I don't know what I thought, but anyway, I said, well, look, that's a really nice display. I don't know quite what orange wine is, but I see pumpkins. And then, there she is, yeah. Well, and as you can see, they're not pumpkins. I'm a moron, they're oranges. Yeah.
It makes sense,
I don't know.
right?
Welcome back, my love. You doing well? You're doing okay?
I'm doing.
You just got to always update people because what happens is,
I know.
when you're off for a day and you're pregnant, people always think something's wrong, or so assure the people that you're all good.
I'm fine.
Okay, good. I just, people are worried about you.
I'm okay.
People get worried about you.
I'm okay.
Hey, well, I missed you. I'm glad you're back. We're going to start off with a little announcement. In the course of doing the Jason Show, we have had 3 producers on this show in 8 years. We have had Shane Wells was our original producer. Then she went on to the Fox 9 Morning News here in Minneapolis. And then we had Carl Yeager, my longtime friend. Carl left to open up some nail salons a couple years ago. I'm just joking. He works for NBC now, but his mom watches. Hi, Gene. But no, I love Carl. And then Carl left, and then we were introduced to a young man named Theodore, producer Ted. Ted Johnson started here, and I didn't know a lot about Ted. All I knew, because he was very quiet. I mean, he was in the news. I still don't know a lot about Ted, but anyway. But Ted Johnson worked in our news department. And I thought, admittedly, I looked at executive producer Jeff. I go, is this guy the right fit? He goes, oh, he's funny. He's hysterical. It's going to be a great fit. And it's been a great fit from day one. I've only wanted to kill him 4 to 5 days out of the last...
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, in the last month.
That's pretty good.
I say all this and I compliment Theodore because we're really happy for him around here, but we're sad for us. Ted has told us that he is leaving at the end of July. But this is good news for Theodore because, Theodore just got married a couple months ago. And he's moving with his lovely wife to Colombia. And
the country,
the
not
country,
South Carolina.
Yeah, yeah, he's moving to the country, y'all. But anyway, we're really happy for him. We're sad for us because he wasn't just a producer, especially for you Chicago folks that aren't quite as familiar with this yet. Theodore has also been a hysterical member on air of the. He's been a contributor on air reviewing Hallmark movies and The Bachelor and getting in a leotard and doing trapeze
Several times.
Several times. If we needed, if Kendall signed me up to do something and I didn't want to do it, we called Theodore and we put Theodore. So on a personal, really quick, we got to get started. We got to do the show Ted produced. We'll have plenty of time to say goodbye to Theodore over the next month, but I will just say this right now, and I do mean this. Not that I had a bad day with Shane or Carl, but I honestly haven't had a horrible day with Theodore in all the years he's produced this show. I really do mean that. I haven't had there. I mean it. There's Theodore right there. No. He's the best. We haven't squabbled in all these years, and I think very, very highly of him. So it's bittersweet, all sweet for Ted, and I'm proud of him. And he knows he has a family here that will be here for forever. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. First, and by the way, if you want to apply to be a producer, go ahead, go to fox9.com. Just joking. The body isn't even cold yet.
Speaking of which.
But seriously, if you want to apply, we only got a month left, girl. We gotta.
We're fine.
If not, it's intern Mason coming in. I'm telling you, yeah. Okay, first up, the ink. The ink is bare. Speaking of barely waiting, the ink is barely dry on Pat Sajak's retirement announcement, and already Sony has his replacement. Seacrest not out but in. Ryan Seacrest will take over as the new host of Wheel of Fortune starting this next season in September. And if you're wondering about Vanna's future, Ryan went there in a statement. He said he can't wait to continue the tradition of spinning the wheel and working alongside the great Vanna White. Very nice of Ryan to say. Here's what I'm going to say. I have nothing. No, Ryan is a really nice guy. As a broadcaster, I love and respect masters of live television. It is a skill set that a lot of people think they have, and they do not have.
It's true.
I have a list. I'll tell you later. But Ryan has it in spades. There's no denying. I mean, Ryan, you may not like him. He may be too vanilla for you. But Ryan can do television. And I think if I was Sony, I owned Wheel of Fortune, I wouldn't want to upset the apple cart. And if you look at the demographics that watch the show, if you look at the show itself, Ryan is very suited to do the show. ... I do wish this could have been an opportunity for somebody new for the, you know what I mean? And this is no beef against Ryan, because, Kendall's getting ready to talk, and you're a fan of Ryan. I am too. But I just wish, we really didn't know Pat Sajak when he debuted on NBC for Wheel. I thought this could have been a really exciting opportunity for Sony to take a chance on a new talent. But nonetheless, I think it's in good hands. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, you look at, for example, the sports world. When you have somebody who's coming in and filling in any kind of a sports desk, it's always a former athlete. You never see people you've never heard of anymore. It just doesn't happen. And this is clearly the same thing. But I really like Ryan. I guessed it from the beginning.
You did. I have to credit where credit's due. Yeah.
I mean, he's been working like crazy for decades now. This is the great job for him to go, maybe now I can kind of rest on my laurels a little and work a lot less, because we know the Pat Sajak
The schedule is amazing, yeah.
It's insanely nice.
You tape like 100 shows over 5 days, and then you're in Bermuda for the rest of the year. I mean, it's a
great.
sweet gig, yeah.
It is great.
It's a great gig.
We'll see where Vanna ends up. Obviously, allegedly she's lawyered up just to work on her own contract too. So she hasn't said anything about the new announcement.
Well, I've said it before when you were off, and I was being overly dramatic to make you laugh, but I really do mean it. Sony, if you're listening, don't be a fool. You better keep, you can't, don't throw the baby or whatever that phrase is, but because you're going to need.
Don't throw any babies, whatever the phrase is.
Out with the bathwater. Yeah. But no, you can't shock that audience with too much change. And for heaven's sake, pay Vanna more. Yes. It's scandalous. I mean, yeah. Anyway, we have a lot more ahead, a lot more of this great audience. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your attendance. Right, Kendall?
Right.
Hey, we are looking for a giant studio audience tomorrow. Yeah, we are. We're going to lock the doors after this show and keep these people here, but if you want to be in the audience tomorrow, we're going to be giving away Indiana Jones prizes. And this is no joke, the Snake Lady will be here. So if you want to see me just piddle right on the floor tomorrow, all kidding aside, go to eventbrite.com, search The Jason Show, pick tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. Right now, though, welcome back. Jennifer Lawrence was on with Andy Cohen this week, and she talked about being on the show Hot Ones. We showed you the clip. She had a difficult time. Look at this.
You were on Hot Ones recently. I've been on that show. It's really, it's tough because you're eating the chicken wings. But you just told me something that happened.
I know. I told you something privately.
Yes.
And I passionately threw up after.
Wow. Did
Violently.
you make it home?
I made it upstairs to my suite, my holding suite.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So you shot it wherever you were doing a junket or something
Four
like that.
Seasons.
Oh,
What up?
my God.
So, yeah, we shot at the Four Seasons downstairs. My stomach gave me like 8 minutes to get upstairs.
Wow.
And then she
She came right.
There she blew. There she blew. Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, that's a horrible feeling.
That'd be hot.
Yeah, you're running. You're just trying to get to the door. You know what I mean? You're just, and your body knows you're close. You know, it's one of the worst feelings. Next in the dish, also on Andy Cohen, and this was good. Kelly Clarkson stopped by and really, she spilled the tea. She plead the fifth. Here's a little bit of that.
You once revealed on your show that celebrities were rude to you following your American Idol win. Can you name one of those celebrities? Okay, she pleads the fifth.
But I will say a lot of them ended up on shows like the one I'm from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you name...
It's funny what money does.
Yes. Can you name an American Idol winner from the last 5 years?
In fairness, I don't... Oh, man. Okay. Huh. No. I got one. No. No.
Okay.
No, I don't have one.
Can you name one?
No. Well, wasn't that guy from Hawaii? Didn't he just win?
Lane. I can name one of them. The Lane Hardy.
I wouldn't even know.
I don't know. That sounds like a fast food restaurant, but I think I think that's his name. I don't know.
He's a country singer.
Yeah, he is. He's from Louisiana. Can I guess? May I guess one of these celebrities that were rude to Kelly Clarkson?
Please.
Because listen to what she said closely. She said they ended up on a show like mine, Mariah Carey. Remember, she ended up.
I don't know her.
Because I can see Mariah feeling like, oh, you didn't come up the way. Because a lot of, in fairness to Mariah, a lot of stars felt like
You got the easy path.
Yes, but they considered it the easy path. They didn't have to work the clubs, but it's not an easier path. It was just a different path. Those kids on those shows, oh my goodness, the schedule that they're under and the contracts they're under, it's not easy. It's just different. Right. It's just different. Next in the dish. It's official. We have a new Superman and Lois Lane. DC has announced who will play the duo in the upcoming new Superman film called Superman Legacy. David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan will co-star in the movie. Now, according to insiders, they were among 6 actors vying for the roles. James Gunn, he did Guardians of the Galaxy. He's now in charge of DC. He filmed screen tests a couple weeks ago, and after all the screen tests, he landed on these 2. David, if you're like, who's that? David first broke onto the scene in Ryan Murphy's Netflix show, The Politician, and then he was in Ryan Murphy's Hollywood. If you would see him, you would go, oh yeah, I know him. And Rachel, hello, she's a multi-award winning actress thanks to her show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. DC... Everyone's like, oh, that's her. Yeah. DC's trying to reinvent itself after some big old misfires. A Black Adam, I can't believe I'm going to say this and call The Flash a misfire, but it is sinking like a rock in a river. Superman Legacy is going to come out in 2025. Spider-Man's my all-time favorite superhero, but Superman I love a lot. And I am very happy tip to tail with what's happening here. James Gunn says that the character is going to be optimistic because I liked Henry Cavill as Superman, but the problem was the movies were so dark. And Superman, by design, is an optimistic character, a light character. So I like that James Gunn, who's writing it, said it's going to be optimistic. And I also like that it's going to be focused on a slightly younger version of Lois and Clark, not quite Smallville teenager, and it's going to be a lot in the Daily Planet. They said it's almost like a workplace drama,
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a fun take of Lois and Clark.
And he looks, if you Google it yourself, but he looks like what you'd go, oh yeah, he looks like he could play Superman.
Yeah, we can't show you another picture because we can't afford the rights. But
Sorry.
if you just Google him and you'll see him. He looks like Tom Welling, who played Superman in Smallville on the Frog Network.
Yes.
All those years ago. The WB. Remember the dancing frog?
Yeah.
Here is Dawson's Creek. Yeah. I know. Have I been drinking some of Leslie's pumpkin wine? Yeah.
So excited about that pumpkin wine.
Next in the dish. Yesterday was a unique day on America's Got Talent. Why am I saying unique? Simon lost his voice. But don't worry. Don't worry, America. NBC had a solution. Look.
Do you have any pets?
I'm here with my best friend, Hurricane. I met Hurricane 9 years ago, and from till moment we are best friends.
Do you have a day job?
I'm a dog coach.
And what will you be doing tonight?
He will be doing a dog act.
I will play with Hurricane.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stage is yours.
Thank you.
Good luck.
How about just letting him go home? You know what I mean?
Ew.
I mean, you weren't here yesterday. I didn't have a computer replacing you.
But we should have.
I mean, we tried, but we couldn't get but
We couldn't afford it.
But that's ridiculous. Give the guy a day off. Just get another judge in there. They tape where in LA?
I don't know, but don't you think Simon Cowell is also the type that would be like, I'm working, it's fine, figure it out. Like he wants to be there because he's kind of a control freak.
Yeah, well, if he could talk, yeah, he would say that. But yeah.
He would push his button.
That was just ridiculous. That was
weird.
crazy.
Creepy.
Anyway, next in the dish, Taylor Swift asked her Swifties to lay off of John Mayer after she sang Dear John at her concert here in Minneapolis over the weekend, but it doesn't seem like they really listened because on John's most recent Instagram post, Swifties didn't hold back. Among the comments, quote, "Mom yelled at us because of you." Another, "Mom grounded us because you snitched." Another comment on John Mayer's Instagram, how much did you pay mother to say that? And our personal favorite comment attached to John Mayer's Instagram post, quote, you snitched to mom and got me grounded. Thanks a lot, John Mayonnaise. Okay. You need to calm down. You need to calm, And no one's ever calmed down after being told to calm down. But this, all kidding aside, this is the problem now in 2023. Stars, franchises have a river of toxic, negative fans that ruin it. This is why we can't have nice things. Is because goobers like this ruin it. But this comes as no surprise because you know what I'm going to say. These teenagers, they sometimes get on social media. I was personally threatened by
He was personally victimized by Jonas Brothers fans. You heard it here, folks.
I received the following comments from some 11-year-olds about 10 years ago when I dared to say I interviewed one of the Jonai. And the Jonai was having a bad day, and I had said, I'd made a comment, smart aleck as it is, I said it was like talking to a pillowcase because he said nothing anyway. So somebody took that clip, posted it on the internet, and then an Australian Jonas Brothers fan club started DMing me with the following comments. One was, I want to send you to North Korea. My other favorite one, because I've saved all of these. I have these on my phone. The other one was from a young lady. She was 14 years old, and she said she would like somebody to cut off all of my privates. Just because I called Nick Jonas a pillowcase.
They're passionate fans.
Yeah. So I know, Swifties, please don't email me. I'm in a really good mood today,
Addie, why do they call her mother? Why do Swifties call her mother?
Is it a thing?
It's a term of endearment.
They call her mother?
That's why they kept saying, like, mom told us.
Well, the queens call RuPaul mother. I mean,
But that I
it's
understand.
like that,
Hey, mommy.
That's right.
I don't know.
I call Jeff mother. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's true. Mommy dearest?
Jeff, you have new lighting on your executive producer camera. You're looking real good.
I think I was just too far in or something.
Okay, no, you look really nice, Jeff. A good...
Well, don't do that.
Okay, get back. I'm getting the wrap, y'all. Time to meet our first JVIP of the week. Today it's Rebecca Schoenhart from Lionel Lakes, Minnesota. She says watching the show every day makes her happy. Rebecca loves to get my take on entertainment stories, and the show is a nice break from her stressful day. Well, thank you, Rebecca. We appreciate it. Rebecca's going to get a Jason Show mug. Sorry, row one. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes being a VIP guest on our audience, a $150 gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $150 gift card to the Institute of Advanced Aesthetics. We have such a good show ahead. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Coming up in just a little bit, our wine diva, Leslee Miller, is back to talk about not red wine, not white wine, but orange wine? What is it? Then a little later, Kendall is trying another 9 to 5. This time she's working at a service station.
My father's going to be very proud of me.
And trying her hand at, well, doing an oil change or two. Or maybe half of one. That and more when we come back. Welcome back, friends. We're glad you're here. Welcome back to the show. When it comes to your favorite wine colors, you're probably thinking red, white, maybe rosé. But what about orange? Settle down, audience. Settle down. Joining us with her favorite orange wines is Leslee Miller from Amusé Wine and her fabulous store, Sit Better. So these aren't pumpkins.
They're not
No, they're not.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
They are not
When I was
pumpkins.
when I was sitting at my desk, I thought, where did Leslie find little gourds off season? I really did. Okay, thank you, Leo. I realize. Thank you for the close up of the oranges. I appreciate it. Okay, can I tell you this surprises me because you're fancy. You're a fancy wine person.
No, I'm not shishi poo poo.
No, you're not shishi poo poo, but you know a lot about wine. And I would think if you add orange to wine, you're then more your rose. You know what I mean? You know, I love fruit wine, and so do you. You know what I mean? But it's not that.
It's not that.
It's not. I love this. Okay, talk to me here.
Okay, so rosés. We know all about rosés. Let's get you started with the first orange wine.
Okay.
A little Pinot Grigio. This is from Slovenia. So everybody, I get this question almost daily. So I thought, okay, we really should talk about this because people do think that there's oranges added to this. I mean, look at these orange crush colors, right? They're so vibrant and they're so they pop with color. So like rosé is red grape skins that sit in contact with their juice. So the longer that the grape skins sit in contact with its juice, the more pinkish color that you get from red skins.
So the more, I used to call it pinkish hue. I would order a pinkish hue.
Pinkish hue,
a pinkish hue, okay.
Now, orange wines are white wine skins that sit in contact with their juice. There's no oranges harmed in this process at all.
So this isn't a Moria Rose fruit wine?
No, it's not a fruit wine, no. So it is a very ancient way, actually, of making wine. The Georgians, not from the South, but over there. Georgia.
And now it's time for history with Leslee Miller. Yeah.
I still want to do a drunk history.
No,
that
exactly.
would be so fun.
Yeah.
So try this next one here.
Because I did like this. What was this first one that I drank?
So this is Pinot Grigio. Now Pinot Grigio as a grape actually has a little pinkish, kind of brownish skin to it on the outside. Sometimes it turns bluish. When you put those skins in contact with its juice, it throws a little bit of this pinkish color. Now, it's almost like a copper color the longer that you let the skin sit in contact.
These are both lovely. I
They're
like both of these.
so delicious.
Yeah, I like both of those very much.
And they're both Pinot Grigio. Now, this one actually comes from Slovenia. This one comes from New Zealand.
What price point are we talking about with these two?
Like $17, $18.
Oh, that's a deal right there.
They're so delish.
Mom, write that down.
Yeah.
Ned. Write that down, Dar.
These are extremely popular, very popular, very gulpable. Now we move into something that had its skin sit in contact with the juice for 30 days. So this might be hours over here, and this is 30 days. And I am obsessed with Union Soccer right now. These guys came together to make a number of different wines out of Central Coast. And this is a dry Riesling, but when you put the skins in contact with its juice, just like making tea, when you soak the tea leaves in contact with its hot water, you get more texture, more body. Also, you just get some layering going on. So there's more going on than just a dry Riesling here.
I don't always love a Riesling, but I like that.
It's so
I enjoy
fun
that.
to do that. Now, this one is a brand new company out of California. They're actually just called The Fallen Grape, and the only thing that they do is orange wine. And you're going to see orange wines all over restaurant lists. You're going to find them in your small retail stores. I mean, orange wine is definitely having a moment.
It's kind of what rosé was having. Well, it still
exactly.
is.
It still is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
I actually like this one better than that one.
It's very citrusy, actually.
It's very citrusy.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Now, this one, we went back to Slovenia, but this is in a sparkling style, and this is actually the grape Muscat. And what I love about this, too, is that it has kind of like this floral edge to it, but it's so yummy, isn't it? The baita.
Mother likes.
Yes.
Mother enjoys this. Oh, I love this.
This is so delicious. It's so good with a cheese board, too.
Okay, so this would go good. What would you, generally speaking, what would you pair some of these with?
All the same things that you would of the base grape that it's made with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Pinot Grigios, you could do this with anything from like light salad cheese boards to like light fresh tacos, like in the summertime.
Oh,
that
might be my favorite.
Yeah,
What's that called again?
So this is made by Boyan Cowell. The name of it is called Baita, just means farmhouse. That's pictured on the front of the label, and it's made with Muscat.
Oh, that is summer
Yeah.
in a bottle
It's
right
a
there.
great little picnic wine.
What's the price point on that one?
This one is about 23.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little more expensive, but it has that little fun girl's top to it. So you can just pop it, put it in your little picnic basket.
But you know what would be fun is that's a great host. You're coming to a barbecue, a little
Yes.
BBQ.
Yes.
You throw that bad boy, you know, and give it to the host. Or
yeah,
drink it there at the
or
party.
drink it there at the
Yeah.
party. These are such great wines, I think, to bring to any sort of like dinner party or something
This
that's
weekend
different to
with
get.
4th of July.
That's right. Bring
love
an
it.
orange red.
Leslie's answering some. Are we doing myths? Are you busting some more myths?
We're busting them.
Oh yeah. Well,
Mother.
thanks, Father. More Leslee Miller when we return. Back in a moment, everybody. That one is real.
I was like, okay.
Welcome back. We are back with Leslee Miller from Amuse Wine, and yes. And if you're visiting us here in the Twin Cities, go visit our wonderful store, Sit Better. I'll tell you, there's mutiny, though, in our audience. Row 1 and 3 are causing problems. They want wine. I mean, HR would kill it. That woman right there, she's threatening to leave and go to Twin Cities Live if she doesn't get wine. Yeah. Okay, Leslie's sticking around, and she's answering some questions that you guys sent in on our Jason Show Facebook page. First up is Marie. Hi, Marie. She says, hey, Leslie, I'm a newbie when it comes to wine. What is a good starter wine you would suggest trying first? This is actually, this is a common question, but it's always worth repeating because she represents a lot of folks.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on, do you like something that's sweeter? Are you willing to just try on something that's dry? I do recommend Pinot Noir a lot to people. It's the lightest bodied red grape out there, and it tends to be super fruit forward if you're grabbing them from places like California, Oregon, places like that that are a little bit warmer.
Or, what I would suggest, and I don't know, I think you guys do this, go to a local wine store.
Right.
And I took my mom recently, and we just did, I said, try some, because she wanted, she's back on the wine, y'all. She's back on the wine, yeah. And thank God for us all.
Good job,
but yeah. Right, Mom? But I had her taste some wines, and she found one that way.
Yeah.
And look, all the stores, they'll open, there's tastings all right. I mean,
there is. And I love focusing on customer service because I do think it's important to, we talk about it all the time, interviewing the person when they come in.
Yeah.
And I say to people all the time, tell them what you're having. Are you having chicken pot pie or Cool Ranch Doritos for dinner? I mean, I do all the time. And say.
Amen, sister, amen.
Right?
Next up, Leslie and I, we live next door to each other. I'm coming over tonight. Yeah.
Chicken pot pie.
That's right. Cool Ranch. Next is Frances. Hi, Frances. She says, hey, Leslie, I'd like to bring a wine to a family BBQ over the 4th of July. What goes best with burgers and brats?
Let me tell you, Montepulciano. Ready for this? I feel like
what?
Ted should be here when we're saying this.
Yeah.
Pronouncing this.
Ted's already left, by the way. He's already,
Montepulciano. It's a grape from Italy, and you can find them for like $10 to $12, and they will go with everything on the grill, from vegan to brats to burgers, turkey, you name it.
Okay, you know what you're doing to us right now? Because now we're going to get emails through Sunday of like, what was the name of that wine again? We just better make a big graphic and put it on the Facebook page. Say it one more time. What is it?
Montepulciano.
Montepulciano.
Yes, it's a grape from the east.
The studio audience is saying, audience, one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Yes!
Look at that. I love that.
Now what we're doing is, now row 3 is going to want some wine. Yeah. The last question's from Benny. Benny says, I'm traveling to France next month and want to bring back some wine. What's a good way to pack the wine when traveling so it doesn't break open? Great question, Benny.
This is great. I'm going to tell you first, make sure that wine is not distributed in the United States. Make sure it's unique so that if you don't get back to the United States and then you find that wine sitting on your local wine shelf, right? You're like, oh,
yeah.
Toted this all the way back. But I will tell you this, these bottle bubbles are amazing. I actually travel with them, and you put your little bottle right inside, and then it seals up at the top, and then you just put it right into your suitcase. It's amazing. So if it breaks open, I mean, I wish I invented this thing, but it's called the bottle bubble.
Where do you get those?
Just like on Amazon or online. They're so awesome.
That
and then
is
it has a little.
That is one of those inventions. Don't you go like, oh, I wish I would have. Yeah, I wish you would have invented it.
Yeah, right?
That is fantastic.
We'd be sitting in Slovenia drinking orange wine.
With row 3. Yeah. Yeah. Give it up for. What? Oh, right there's the ground. Oh, look. There it is. Look at Ted working right before he quits.
Amazing.
Look at Ted going that extra mile. For more information, go to AmizeWine.com, or if you're in the Twin Cities, check her out at her wine shop. It's fabulous. Sip Better. It's in the North Loop of our city of Minneapolis. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. I'm taking this. Cheers. Welcome back. It is a job most of us leave for the professionals, but Kendall wanted to see if she's up to the challenge of changing oil on a car. So Kendall suited up and joined the team at a nearby service station. In her latest, Kendall tries your 9 to 5.
And I know how to do this.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how I check the oil.
Yep.
My father's gonna be very proud of me. So I open this.
Yep.
And then I take a rag. Okay, and I take my little dipstick. That's what it's called,
Yep.
right? Then I check to see if it's in there. And it's in the line.
Boom, it's right in between them. That's good.
Okay, that's as much as I know about changing oil. And something about an upside down cup.
An upside down cup. I don't know a lot about an upside down cup. So what we want to do is we want to take the oil cap and we always want to put it here.
Right there?
The reason we do that is if we ever shut the hood and we don't have the cap on, this won't be damaged. We always get another cap, the motor's way more expensive, so we want to make sure we're protecting our customer's investment by doing that. So what just happened? You learned about what?
The hoist, which I was like, I don't even know what that is. And Miles was putting things together, said that's the thing that helps it so that the car doesn't fall on you.
That's what's going to pick it up for us. But there's also a proper way and an improper way to do it. And we want to make sure that we hit the manufacturer's suggested lift points.
Yeah, so again, I'm gonna actually just maybe not do that. And I'm gonna play with this string of hair instead.
So we'll go up with the hoist, everything's set.
Rise, vehicle! I would like to magically induce this. Can you believe I can hold up this whole car with my arm?
Hold on, let me frame out the hoist.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, now it
Look
looks
at
like it.
What do you do with this finger?
So right here is your oil drain plug. See it says engine oil here?
Oh, it says engine oil. Oh, I know how to use one of these.
Here we go.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Let's get this over here.
Don't get sprayed in the face. Don't get sprayed in the face. Don't get sprayed in the face. It's like a James Bond movie.
Yeah.
It's like a James Bond movie.
You're gonna want to back up just a titch because it's going to shoot.
Spray me in the face?
Do you want me to crack this loose?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Here, crack her loose, and
Am I here?
it's not gonna spray out right now.
Makes me crazy when you act so cool. Come on, baby, let's not fight. We're not dancing. Repellent bat spray.
I got it.
Take a towel.
It's actually like a nice moisturizer.
We're gonna take this filter off.
That's the upside down cup.
Let me see if I can crack it loose by hand.
It's the upside down cup.
What is that called?
That's the upside down cup. That's the technical term. What's it actually called?
It's an oil filter. An engine oil filter at that.
Oh my god, it's so wet.
You don't wanna...
Down my arm. I don't like this hand. Okay.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
Are you supposed to drop it like that?
Oh, you know, as long as it's safe and it doesn't splash in your eyes or anything.
I didn't want to get sprayed in the face. That's really what that all came down to.
See that? So we always want to wipe that down too.
Why?
So we can get a nice mating surface and avoid any leaks.
You just call it a mating surface?
Yeah, so where the gasket.
I know what mating means, where they meet and they make babies.
That's right. You did that. Good job.
Thank you.
So you'd be familiar with the mating surface.
I'm familiar.
So
I
then-
watched The Lion King. Are you ready for the upside down cup? It's lubed and ready to mate. Can we air that on morning television?
I think there's a finite number of times you can say lube.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're gonna tighten that, aren't
A
you?
little bit, yes. Yes, I am.
And Kendall joins us now.
Crying.
What did you mean by James Bond spray?
And James Bond was in the one movie where the girl gets killed with too much oil. Thanks, Bobby and Steve's. I'm sorry.
Thanks to Bobby and Steve's Auto World for having us. We're going to take a break. We're going to regain our composure, and we'll be right back. Back in a moment. Can I tell you? I think our intern Mason is finding his groove because today in today's pre-show meeting, he literally called me dumb, and then moments ago, as Kendall was butchering most motion pictures, this was Mason off on the side. Oh. He's now officially a member of our family. It's time for the world's shortest segment. Odds are we've all been on a crowded airplane sitting next to a stranger and fighting over that armrest. So imagine having an entire plane to yourself. Look at this. It happened to a guy from North Carolina on Sunday. He was supposed to fly from Oklahoma City to Charlotte early in the morning, but that flight was delayed 18 hours and finally started boarding shortly after midnight. And it turns out he was the only passenger that actually showed up. It was just him and the flight crew. He called it a private party in the sky. That's right. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Don't forget, tomorrow, we want a giant audience. We would love to see you tomorrow in our audience. We're going to be giving away tickets to see Indiana Jones. We have Indiana Jones prizes, and giant snakes will invade our set. Go to eventbrite.com and search The Jason Show. Oh, I'm not kidding, actually. I'm not kidding about the snakes. You're going to see me pee right on the floor. Eventbrite.com, search The Jason Show, and pick tomorrow. Tomorrow, the snake lady will be here, but right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thank you for watching. Thanks to this audience. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.